Lumi was talking about before. Everyone is making their own rules all the time. Every country. What was it called? Connectedism from social aware. From philosophy. Connectionism from philosophy. Did we use this? Right, Molly also broke. No, I thought Molly broke, even though it may not have broken. But we got a more recent version now. Hooray! I think we got somewhere. This looks really good. I wanna commit this. Let's see. This is part of it, I think. So, progress in upgrade hell. Waiting to upgrade. That's it. Okay, okay. Let's look open to do. Okay, let's do these labels then. Let's do that first. Yeah, we'll set up the GHC ID. I can do it now. I know how to. It took me a couple of hours, but alright. So let's like make GHC ID. And then we have another one to build JavaScript. One will like interpret the Haskell code instead of build it, which is a lot faster. It's like 10 times as fast. But like we'll just use it to find compile errors, and then once this is finished, we'll build the JavaScript. So this takes basically away one compiler out of the equation. This is different from compiling like this is different from this because this is like the reproducible one, and this is the Cabal one. So this is like the more crappy way of doing it. It's a development build, and this is like the real build. Oh, we should. We'll move you to 3 because we don't really care about. Like, if this builds, then we're pretty sure that JavaScript will also build. It's the same compiler basically, right? Except a different backend. Yeah, it's 10 times faster. You'll see soon. It definitely is. Because, like. It's just like. I changed something and it's like, plop, there. Instantly. And before we had to wait like a second. 5 times. Alright. Yeah. If you wanna be that nuanced about your feelings, you wanna be that precise and numerical about your feelings, then yeah, go ahead. 5 times. Thanks, Lumi. Not pi? Not even pi. But actually, like, you get this in, because it's I know for a fact it's faster, right? But once you start working it for like 10 seconds, you completely forgot about how slow it used to be. It's just like the new normal, basically, instantly. But yeah, I got this performance upgrade, and the only difference is that I just produce more code. This thing also, by the way, runs tests really fast. Like before, we had to do linking, for example, and now it doesn't do that anymore. Just blip, done. So we can actually write more tests even if we want to. We get tests. Oh, testing becomes good. I really should write how I did this. I think I got it from one of the Soding's project idea of just including multiple sources. That was basically the breaking point. Like I can do this. That's too ordered. Too ordered. For your feelings. Can you get used to Zerdit really quickly? Everything after that feels slow suddenly. And after a day working with 2-minute compile times, 10 seconds feels fast. Yeah. Yeah, but like I've been working with 2-minute compile times for months at this point, right? So I know for a fact that instant feedback is just so good. I believe it also is more fun to watch too. You get that? Like that's the other reason I did it, because I hopefully it becomes more engaging to watch. But now you can see, like I have. No, this is the wrong one. What the fuck is going on? Why is it building everything? Oh, it needs to enter shell. Right, we changed the shell. Oops. Oh, that's fine, it will be cached. That's fine. You probably shouldn't build twice though. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Anyway, we can do that issue. That one is really easy. We can do it without. We can do it without a compiler for sure. Like, I mean, I usually just write perfect code, and the compiler is more for my colleagues. And I have magical fingers. I had a colleague actually saying that. So it was infuriating. I'm out of the loop. What do you make it to go fast? GTID. I'll write about it actually. I'll write a blog post about it. Exact. The precise steps. But so this is the spell. If you use Nix, then yeah, you need to use the Nix environment and then open up GTID. This is for running tests. This is actually one of my own gripes, because I use HPEC, but I also use Cabal. So I get the Cabal file generated from HPEC. So I need to do this. And then I need to have this flag as well for debug builds. And then I use the test flag to start the JavaScript compiler, and I use the run flag to run unit tests. There you have it. And then the actual trick is in the stack file, or the HPEC file. So that's like these source dirs are all included in this one test thing. So this test project becomes the target we point at with GTID. Well, you weren't using it before? No, that was not the GTID. That was like some crappy shell script I wrote. Just get something working. Because I didn't know how to do it with multi-project builds, and no one explains it. Nobody. Actually, there's like zero documentation, I think, on GTID. So if you don't use like the standard Cabal setup, if you can even call it that, what they think is the standard Cabal setup, it's you're fucked. Or stack. I think stack is pretty standard. Yeah, that will be the standard. If you don't use stack, you're fucked. What do we probably uses works with stack? And yeah, Reflex doesn't use stack, so I won't use stack, because I need to use Reflex. No, also Nixos doesn't like stack. Swore! It is swore? Hey. Yeah, I know, right? I saw. That's why I added it, because I thought it was fun. No, I'm waiting for compiler. No procrastinate. No procrastinate. Okay, I've got to work. what are they called? Oh, the labels, right? So currently these labels are these labels. Wait, it's Phil? Is it Phil again? Oh no, we haven't exited hell. Oh, this is test. Good. Oh, this is actually quick check, I think. Look, quick check go. This boys and girls, what happens if you use quick check? You get generated tests and hundreds of them doing this like one little function, 100 tests. You don't write 100 tests for one function. Nobody does, but quick check does. The only thing you have to do is like write oh, this kind of stuff. Your properties. You need to write properties. You need to tell your code what it does. But we'll disable these tests because it doesn't work. It's being too clever, and we don't like clever. When you do something instead of the thing you are, regardless of the reason. So yeah, this. Oh no! Yeah, but like, compiler. I want to do the thing, but there's compiler I need to wait for. Like, and I don't have any lightsabers around, so I can't do that. Like, I can't do the usual activity of procrastination. Not procrastination. Closure property tests are 1000 by default. Oh, closure is 10 times as good, I think. Thanks for that. I mean, I feel you get like kind of diminishing returns if you are already up to 100. Yeah, this is so far it's 10 times faster. So there's a bit of weird arguments. I like this language because it generates 10 times more tests. We really love tests. What are we disabling? W rack, right? I like Nix because it allows me to disable tests rather than, you know, other people work hard for these tests and then I just say, nope, I don't care. I just want something to work. And it seems like a small number. Encountered missing dependencies network. Servant surfer. Hi, Chiroptical, I know your name! Welcome to the Haskell cult. I'm not sure if that's a good name, but there you have it. Alright. Oh, thanks Maruchang Dayo for following. Welcome to the Haskell cult. There you have it. Nobody's replying. It means it's good. It means it's good. So, which version are you dependent on? Network? 14. Yeah, we can do 14. We'll downgrade servant. Server. Yeah, we'll downgrade this one. And then everything will work. This is kind of annoying because I like the new version of servant. One of my favorite libraries. I want to have the new stuff. But we can't. Because of why? You guess why? It's Nix. Nix hates us. Blame it on Nix. How would I do this? Alright, it's a multi-package project, unfortunately. We'll need to use some advanced spells. Reflex, yeah. Reflex. It's interesting. I mean, the development experience is really good, but load times not so good. Maybe it's fast now because I upgraded it. Actually, that may be why it feels snappy. Would you use it again? I don't know. I don't know what else to use. Like, I would think maybe of using Elm, but I know how much boilerplate Elm has. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure about that. I'm stuck now, so I can't choose. Can't choose anymore. It's too far. I'm too far in. Like, it's slow. That's the big issue. Yeah, I need to have a sub-project. If it was faster, then I would probably recommend it to everyone. Because it's like one of the best way of developing front ends I know. Just from an architecture perspective and like composability, you can so easily reuse components. It's nothing else can do it like Reflex can. That I know of. And I've used like React, I've used the Java stuff like with Swing and whatever. I've used the Windows Form crap, and yeah, you can't reuse your stuff as good as you can in Reflex. That's, even though it's on the browser, it's amazing. I've also used like the form stuff in Django, whatever. Jinja. Just like compared to Reflex, everything's painful. Then again, like Reflex has a massive learning curve, so that's another big issue, I think. But once you get over that, it's really good. What am I looking for? Like subpackage or something, right? Subpath, that's it. So we'll do this, and subpath. Where do the arguments go? Okay, here's last. Subpath. Servant server. There you have it. About starting a website project, which is why I'm asking. I'm scared of shallowing the scared of steep limiters. Depends how you define your axis. Are you just assuming steep by default? Yeah. Well, like you got the advantage that you can, you know someone who knows Reflex, so it will, like, if I'm, for example, at your stream, I can help you a lot. Just figuring out some basic things was hard for me, because I was the only one doing it. Servant? Productivity versus time. Steep is good. Steep learning curves. Usually it is like that, like if you are willing to learn more. So what we did, we downgraded Servant Server because we had a downgrade network as well. Because it couldn't find base, the base thing, for some reason. Nobody knows why. Probably that compile flag actually. Or maybe in a min whatever environment. But yeah, you're right, like if you have something that's harder to learn, it generally results in more productivity. Try that, tell that JavaScript is artist. What the fuck? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing this. Serpent Silicon. We're doing servant other servant. Oh, I upgraded. I didn't downgrade. I need to go back in time. What's a good way of doing that? Ah, a little blink. I need to find the other version. I just went through the motions of setting up 14.1. I just need to find the commit basically, and then I'll change it by hand. But I bet I need to downgrade all the other stuff as well, certain client or whatever. Avoiding. Upgraded instead of downgraded. Great. Big difference. $15. 14.1. This is it. There we go. 50 is a complex thing. UI design requires experimentation, so 5 different workflows aren't that appropriate. Like, yeah, like, making it look nice is one part of it, but the other part of it is making sure that you can reuse stuff, and that's why I say like it's really good, because I make like these abstract things that basically handle, for example, debounds and forms and whatever, and I know I can make these complicated APIs because I have a type system. I couldn't do that in JavaScript. I would get confused, or like it would just be hard to use. Now I get immediately slapped on the wrist if it's not right. Yeah, I've settled on front end. I've settled because I have too much now. And like I've already paid for the learning curve, so if you go to, for example, PureScript, I need to restart over everything and rewrite everything, so that's like a massive cost. More abstraction isn't good. Oh, if it's all easy to abstract, you may abstract in places where you should not. Well, you have seen my code, right? It's not. It's mostly imperative. Do this, do that. I don't think I'm going overboard. I try not to. Haskell is actually really good to draw you into the abstraction trap of just keep on over-engineering things. You can go into holes like type level programming or whatever and just be stuck there for a while. Yeah, but I didn't make Lens. I use it. Or you say using it is also over abstracting. Because it's really, really good for deep level nested structures, which I have. It didn't used to be like that. Now it is. Now I don't have these large pattern matching things anymore. I use Lens instead. And the other thing about Lens is that it makes it easier to refactor. That is producing doesn't tell you anything about the underlying data structures. That's the point, though, right? That's the entire point of Lens, to not talk. Well, it goes from one point to another point in a data structure. Which is more complicated data structure because you abstract over it. I I thought my thing was pretty typical, right? I'm not sure if I understand this. This is pretty beauty of small pieces of code installation. I agree with that. If you have too much polymorphism, you get confused. For example, with Pure, you can use Pure almost to create anything. You can create lists with Pure, you can create maps, you can create... No, you can't create maps, I lied. Well, you can create lists, okay? And you can also create dynamics with Pure, and you can create maybes with Pure, and you can create iris with Pure. Who the fuck knows what it's creating? What is going on? Not even doing this. Alright, I need to change that commit here.